Stimulus checks? Really? You all honestly believe you're getting stimulus checks? There are so many videos on here about Trump voters are like, we're going to get our stimmies and here's what we're spending it on. Sweetie, if I give you $8,000, will you please, for the love of God, buy yourself an elevator? Because yours is broken and your shit's not going all the way to the top. You're not going to get an $8,000 stimulus check. You're not getting a $5,000 stimulus check. In fact, you're not intended to really get anything at all. But let's talk through the math. So maybe, you're never going to believe me, but I'm at least going to do the math for those who were questioning. Okay, so everyone thinks that all the money that Elon Musk saves at Doge, they're just going to distribute. They're just going to give to the American people. The whole purpose, at least of what they told us, was to cut the fat from the government and use it to pay down the debt. A debt, by the way, that over 47 presidents, if you add up all of the debt of all 47 presidents combined, can you take a big fat guess about which one president caused 25% of that debt on his own? You got it. It's your boy Trump. He is the one that exploded the deficit to begin with. So which is why we bring in Doge, which is why now we have to pay down the debt. But now we're going to bring in Doge. We're going to save some money. We're going to give it all back to the American people. Are your noses broken? Can you not smell the bullshit? Let's just talk about the sheer numbers, right? We know that there's well over, 300 and almost 340 million Americans. We know that roughly 78% of them, or roughly close to 265 million, are adults. If you say, but it's only the taxpayers, Candy, okay, about 155 million taxpayers. Okay, but let's narrow it down even more. There are 79 million households. Let's do it per household of tax-paying Americans. 79 million is the number. Okay. If we were going to give $8,000 to 79 million Americans, do you want to know what that number is? It's $632 billion. Right now, Doge claims to have saved $55 billion. So in order to give every tax-paying household an $8,000 stimulus check, we still need $577 billion more dollars. And that's only if Elon and the Doge boys are telling the truth about having saved $55 billion, because that's sketchy at best. You'll notice that this news outlet, and this news outlet, and this news outlet, and this news outlet all are saying that the paperwork and the numbers aren't numbering. But anyway, that's the number we're going to go forward with because I feel like being generous. So let's just assume that the Doge boys have saved us $55 billion. Now, Stephen Miller, who is one of President Trump's chief advisors, in my opinion, he's the human version of curdled milk. He stood up to a microphone today and he said, oh, no, hold on. We're not giving it all back to the American taxpayer. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get 20% of the Doge dividend will go back to tax-paying Americans. Another 20% will go to pay down the national debt, which, if all of us remember, the original promise was to get rid of the debt. We were supposed to find things here and pay off the debt, but they can't even keep that fucking promise. The other 60%, that we were told by the man who's basically a devil's testicle with a mouth, he told us that the other 60% would go toward future budget needs, meaning that's what they're going to use to pay for the $4 trillion in tax cuts that they want to give to billionaires. This has never been about paying off a debt. It's been giving gifts to the richest Americans. But they've got you convinced you're going to get 20% of the dividend. Great. Let's talk about that. If Doge has really honestly saved $55 billion, okay, 20% of that is $11 billion. That means the American 79 million Americans get to split $11 billion. Congratulations, you are all set to get $139.24. $139.24 is 11 billion, which is 20% of what Doge has apparently saved so far, divided by 79 million households that pay taxes in America. Congratulations. That'll buy you a couple dozen eggs. I would gladly give back my $139.24 if it meant we could stop, a genocide in Sudan. But That's seen as wasteful spending. And a quick refresher for those of you who seem to misunderstand the very wide disparity between $1 million and $1 billion. I got it written down here on a sticky note. Let's go through this and let's do the easy math in time, because time we all understand. 1 million seconds. If you were to sit here and just go 1, 2, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5, and keep going to 1 million, that would take 11.5 days. If you were to sit here and count 1 billion seconds, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and count to 1 billion, it would take you 31 years and 8 months. That's the difference. 11 and a half days, 31 years, 8 months. That's the difference between 1 million and 1 billion. Pretty stark contrast. But let's take it one step further, just for demonstration. Earlier in the video, I said if there's 79 million households and we gave $8,000 in stimulus checks to every single tax-paying household, that would be $632 billion. Doge has allegedly saved $55 billion. So there needs to be $557 billion more. That's how much more they have to find. Just out of curiosity, if you counted second by second to 577 billion, it's 1,829 years. We're a long fucking way away from anybody getting anything out of this government. But so many of you think it's coming. Go check your mailboxes. Maybe it's today, maybe it's tomorrow. Donald Trump swears it's coming. Another promise he's gonna break.